folks, welcome to this episode of Scratching with Holly. No. Hello folks, welcome to this episode of the Average Joe Florida. Continuing on with our Disney recipes sequence here in series, Disney's released another one of their recipes. This time they released the recipes for their official beignets, which are served in the Walt Disney World Resort and the Port Orleans Resort in the French Quarter, as well as the same ones that are made in the New Orleans Square in Disneyland. So the recipe is fairly straightforward. As you can see, there's the recipe for making the official beignets, and they are Mickey shaped. So we have all of our ingredients, and we're going to hop to it here, and we'll show you how we'd make these, and we'll see how they turn out. So hang tight. And so Holly wanted us to tell you that she's here as well, if you're friends with our Scratching with Holly channel. Holly's here for this. She's not going to be involved because we're cooking. We've washed our hands, and we're all clean, so we're not going to touch you, Holly. You just stay on the floor over here in the living room and keep playing with your little catnip toy.
Holly. Can you say Holly? Holly?
I have catnip.
Can you say hello? Nope.
So you just play. You're busy. This is what I do all day when I'm not stretching lottery tickets.
I have a catnip toy that I love. I
love it, and I kick it, and I lick it, and I kick it some more, and I kill it.
And I sniff it, and I lick it. It's got catnip, good catnip in it.
Catnip is the best.
All right, we're going to make beignets.
Right, you staying here. We're going to go make beignets. Okay, so first things first, we're going to have to bloom the yeast. Now, if you notice online, everybody's been talking about it, it says here for a half a teaspoon of dry yeast, and you're working with 4 cups of flour. The half a teaspoon of dry yeast for 4 cups of flour is just way too little. You're never going to get the rise out of this like you really should. So we're not sure if it's incorrect, which should be 1.5 teaspoons or possibly a half a tablespoon. So we're going to use, everybody suggests just using the whole packet, which is what we're going to do here, use the entire packet of yeast that they provide. So we're going to bloom it first in here. So it's a 1/4 cup of warm water.
1/4 cup warm water.
And then let's just dump the packet of yeast in. And we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes to bloom the yeast. There's your kitchen scissors. So yeah, everybody, people who have made this with the actual recipe that says it's not right. They're not proofed at all. They don't rise. So very little in these packets anyway.
I'm just curious how much is in here. Let's just check.
Sure. So that's
about a tablespoon.
So that makes more sense.
So that's what we're going to use. I know nothing about yeast rising, but
that's what everybody says to use.
That's what everybody says. So
okay, we're going to wait 5 minutes, and we'll do that. We'll start mixing our dry ingredients in the other bowl. Okay, we're going to stir to dissolve it, and then let it sit.
Stir this up.
Let it dissolve. That was warm water we put in there.
I guess you stir it up. Do you stir it up?
Yep, you stir it up till it dissolves, it says. Which it's doing. Okay, we're going to stir this. We'll be back. Go.
Okay, it's been 5 minutes and the yeast is all set here. Starting to bloom. So we have a 1/4 cup sugar. We have shortening. We don't have any shortening, so we're going to substitute butter instead.
Which should be fine.
I think so. So we need 2 tablespoons of butter. And do that right there. Right?
Yep.
Okay. And then Holly is watching.
Yes, Holly is. Now that we're cooking, she says, oh, wait, what are we making?
We need us a half a teaspoon salt.
Yeah, half a teaspoon of salt right there.
Okay. Half a teaspoon thing, we'll just do a half of this.
Yeah, that's fine. Half a teaspoon. This is basically just a dough
Heavy
recipe.
cream. And how much heavy cream? Half cup.
Half a cup of heavy cream. Right here.
That's a half cup. Heavy whipping cream.
Okay. That's heavy whipping cream, all right.
Heavy whipping cream. The egg.
These are for the Disney beignets, the actual recipe.
Make sure we have no shells in there. No shells in there.
Okay, 1 egg.
1 egg. flour.
Okay, we need how much flour? 4 cups of flour, so let's give us a second here. We'll get the 4 cups out. I can hold the cup for you, actually.
Okay.
For some reason I can't do that. One hand will hold the camera.
All right. Okay, we'll call that 1 cup.
4 cups total. We'll have to open a new bag of flour. A little more.
Okay,
2
we'll call
cups.
that 2 cups.
Yep.
Okay.
3 cups.
3 cups.
1 more cup.
1 more cup. We're going to need a
New bag.
new bag.
Okay, 4th cup. We're opening a new bigger bag of flour this time. That's about a half a cup. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more.
I have a tiny bit left in the other bag, so I'm going to try to sprinkle that on top. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Now we have 4 cups.
We'll call it 4 cups.
Close enough. Now it's calling for half a cup of boiling water, so we actually have to boil some water.
Sit. Sit down. Sit down. You can
Holly,
come over
sit.
here. Sit. Sit. Sit.
Here, let me try. Holly, speak. Good girl.
Sit down. Yes, sit down.
We're waiting for the water to boil, so we're talking to Holly.
You can't come up here and see what we're doing.
No,
No,
you're
we're
in the
not
kitchen.
involved
We
in the
don't do that.
kitchen. I know. Yep, yep.
Okay, 1/2 cup of boiling water. It's very warm.
It's a boiling.
It's boiling water.
I guess that's to
Yeah,
warm everything up.
I guess. Okay, and now we add in our yeast mixture.
Mix it in between, no?
No, you add it, we're going to do that in a minute with the
Okay.
mixer. Add in our yeast mixture.
Adding in our yeast mixture.
Our yeast, our bloomed yeast. Okay. We have the dough hook attachment on our KitchenAid here. We'll lock that down.
You washed it, right?
I washed both.
That's what those bubbles are.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are those bubbles?
Is this locked on?
It's locked on.
Okay.
Yeah.
This has to be locked down.
No.
Okay, now we do this. What's the instructions say? The recipe?
know.
Well, okay.
Medium speed.
Until all mixed together.
So combine speed, let dough rest for 50 minutes. So
Okay,
it's gotta
so
be
medium speed. And let everything mix together. Medium speed. Me- Are we on high?
no, we're not in medium.
Okay.
I guess we have to be slower than medium till we get going here.
Okay, so once it's all mixed together, we're going to take it off of here. We're going to set it on the counter and put a wet paper towel on the top of the container, and we're going to let it sit for 30 minutes while the dough rises. Just combining everything together right now.
Well, it's on medium now, and it's not.
Oh, there we go. Now it's working.
How long does it take?
Just till it's all mixed together, so that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're
Okay.
going to take it out. We're going to put a wet towel over the top. A wet paper towel's fine. And we're going to let it sit in this bowl for 30 minutes while the dough rises. Okay, there we go. Our dough ball is in there. We put a wet towel on the top. Now we're going to say, Alexa, set a 30-minute countdown.
30 minutes.
All right, we'll see you back in 30 minutes. Okay, half an hour of rising has happened, and we don't want to poke it too much, but there it is. It's doubled in size. So now what do we do?
Now what do we do? It says, let dough rest for 30 minutes. We did that. Roll 1/4 thickness and cut individual beignets with a Mickey Mouse shaped cutter.
And believe it or not, we actually have
We have one.
a Mickey Mouse shaped cutter.
Cover with a towel and let stand dough rise until doubled in size in a warm, draft-free area.
1 to 1.5 hours. Okay,
All right.
so we'll cut them up into Mickey's first. I'll put some flour on your counter. The counter again has been cleaned. Hands have been washed. We waited half an hour here.
Cleaned it all up. All right, and so
Spread our flour around down there. All right.
now
Roll it out to about a 1/2 inch thick.
it's squishy.
It's dough. Want more flour?
I'm just gonna flip it.
You probably need some more flour.
Here, yeah, I need to.
There we go. There you go.
There we are.
All right. And we have a rolling pin.
We do?
I was surprised.
Yep, we got a new one.
All right, going to a 1/2 inch thick. Then we'll start cutting out Mickey shapes.
1/4 inch thickness.
I'm sorry, 1/4 inch thick. I correct myself. 1/4 inch thickness. Then we'll put them on this piece of parchment paper over here, and then we'll proof them.
Oh no, 1/4 inches.
That's a 1/2. That's thick. Go a lot thinner than that.
I feel like I'm making pizza.
Yeah. Disney's released a lot of these recipes. They also released a recipe, I think, for the gray stuff. We have the stuff for that. We know how to make the gray stuff in a couple
days. Yeah, the gray stuff too.
From Beauty and the Beast. And they released their, we don't have all the stuff for that, their Canadian cheese soup from the Canada Pavilion in Epcot. So we'll do this one, then we'll do the gray stuff another time. Then the cheese soup. I'd say you're almost there. Almost at a 1/4 inch. Yeah, you're good. All right, so let's cut some Mickey shapes out of that and put them over here on the parchment paper. All right, Mickey shapes.
Mickey shapes. I got the spatula. Hopefully I can just
I don't know.
lift it up. Oh.
They're not going to be perfect, but that's okay. You're going to deep fry them anyway. There you go. You might have cut a bunch out first, then you just, you know what I mean? Like
peel them all off
yeah,
at one time?
Yeah, then re-roll it and do more. That's what I would
Okay.
think you might be able to do.
All right.
Yeah, like that. Let's do a bunch. Mickey shaped beignets. The Port Orleans Resort. From New Orleans at Disney World and New Orleans Square at Disneyland.
So I guess what they're going to come out like is like a fried dough.
Right, but they have the little bit of a beignet flavor. You put powdered sugar on them, and a lot of people put like dipping chocolates and strawberries, stuff like that.
Oh,
we
yeah.
just did the powdered sugar. There you go. You're making good progress.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Mickeys. We just happen to have this Mickey cutter.
Just happened to. Because I think we got it for making pancakes.
Pancakes or fried eggs or something.
Fried eggs or something.
A while ago. All right, so now peel those out and then re-roll your dough.
That's a good idea.
Okay, we'll come back and we have all these peeled out now on the tray. Perfect. Okay, so the beignets are cut out. I'm just finishing one more over here. We have some on that tray. And we have some on this tray over here. So I think we got probably about 14 to 15 out of there. They're larger sized. So now we're going to put them in a warm environment. And for us, that means we just preheated our oven to 150 degrees, turned it off. And we're just going to pop them in there and let them sit there for about an hour to an hour and a half until they pretty much, I think, almost doubled in size. They have to rise again. So you don't want to put a wet cloth on top of them. So we're going to use some wet cloth, put it on top, and we're going to let it sit for an hour, hour and a half, and see what we get. So just to clarify, when I say we're putting them in the oven, we're just putting them at a proof, which means to rise. We're not actually baking them or cooking them. You don't have to put them in the oven. If you have a warm spot in your house, that'll work as well. We just have the air conditioners going.
I'm just going to open the...
So the oven is up, is open. It's not actually on. It was just to warm it up a little bit so you have a little bit of heat when these things are proofing, that's all. So we're not actually going to cook them in the oven. It's just to give a little bit of warmth. Okay, so the beignets have been proofing for about 90 minutes, and I would say they doubled in size. They got much puffier, that's for sure.
Puffy.
All right, and we have 2 cooling racks. We have 3 inches of oil in a deep pan, heating it to 350 degrees on medium heat.
Just check it.
And yeah, no, that doesn't fit there. So all right, so we're going to come back in a second. This heats 350, and then we'll start frying them. So as the oil heats up, we can again see Holly over here on the carpet in front of the door. She was on lizard watch. Now she's taking a bath. We know she's known for that, huh? Holly the Bengal cat. We ask that you please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, go below and subscribe to our channel because we will be doing more recipes, more fun Disney stuff as they start to open back up. We know that Disney Spring's going to start on the 20th of May, so we'll definitely be getting over there, and we'll start doing more exploring around Florida. But please subscribe. Trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. We're making good progress. All right, let's go check on the oil.
Okay, we got all our beignets here. Some rose more than others, but that's okay. we're just going to take them
The
up.
oil's at 350, right? It's preheated.
Yes,
We checked
it
it with
is.
the thermometer.
We're going to do this. I guess I should do it this way so I don't have to stick my hand in there.
You don't need the cover. You cook them for 3 to 5 minutes. And you
Ooh,
flip them
look
after
at
they start
that.
to turn brown. Mickey-shaped beignets.
More than one in there.
Oh, sure. Just like we were frying the churros a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. We never use frying oil. And
No, we
apparently
never fry
Disney uses a
ever.
lot.
Apparently so. And we'll put them on these racks over here to cool and drain. Then we'll put some powdered sugar on them and see what we got.
This guy's ready maybe to flip.
I don't know.
Probably not.
3 to 5 minutes. The oil might be, the temperature will be too high in the oil, that means.
Too high?
Yeah, it should be over medium heat.
To what?
I tuned it down to 5.
It's too hot to what?
It says medium heat. That's what it said to cook it in. They cook quick though.
They do.
There you go. So you're gonna flip that one. Perfect. Let's get a donut. Look at that.
More like fried dough, I think.
Yeah, fried dough.
Sweet fried dough.
Yep. Let's try that one. Oh, perfect. We'll have them cook for a minute and we'll check your big one. See when that's coming along.
I just flipped him so.
Oh, yeah, flipping
Flip
there.
him there again. So when we put the powdered sugar on it, we're just going to use a spoon and...
Yeah, do it on a plate because I don't have a sifter. All right, that looks good. I would take those out and let them drain.
Okay.
Put them in the back pan back there. There we go. There's one. They cook quick. I can go another second. Looks good. Getting brave.
I am.
Right.
They're not spitting at me too much,
No.
so...
Look at that. They keep their Mickey shape.
They do.
Mickey beignets. Disney World and Disneyland. This is the actual recipe.
Come on. Come on, Mickey.
All right.
Alrighty.
Look good. We'll do this first tray, then we'll put them on a plate and powder sugar. Then we'll try them.
Yeah. I think you want to powder sugar them while they're hot, so...
Okay. Let me get the plate and I'll put them on the plate and keep cooking those. So now we'll powder sugar these. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
I would recommend if you have a sifter, use a sifter, obviously, but we don't have one. But you can never have too much powdered sugar, so. They look
Okay,
good.
we got 3 more out.
Yeah.
We made quite a few of these.
Yeah, it made both. I think there's 2 trays with them, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 16 Mickeys here from that batch. That's the recipe they released. Make 16 of these. I'd say they're about the range of the cross with 2 ears attached.
Second tray.
Second tray. Okay. All right, so we'll take them off there. Put them in this
still
other
hot,
tray.
right?
Yeah, they're still kind of warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think normal beignets in New Orleans they put into a paper sack and they just
Oh.
throw powdered sugar down in the sack because they're not Mickey shaped, but you know what I mean. That's how they normally do it. You get a sack of them at like a food truck or a walk-up cart or a takeaway. They are warm. Mm-hmm.
Just pour it on. Sweeter the better.
Sweeter the better.
Don't worry about that.
Oh, you know me. Okay. Pour it on.
Pour it on.
Powdered sugar is good. It makes a glaze when it melts.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
That's quite hot.
Oh, and I can show you that Jillian has joined us. We all know
Jelly Bean.
Princess Jelly Bean is over there crunching her favorite dry food. Hi, Jilly, did you come to see us? What are you making? She says, anything good?
She says, I was upstairs and I smelled something good. Jelly Bean. Hi.
Hi, Jillian.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like you too, Jilly. Okay, you go back to bed. We're frying up the beignets. A few left over there still.
Yeah.
And all we know is that Disney Springs is reopening on the partially reopening on the 20th of May.
Just so you can see how much they rose.
They rose a lot.
They rose a lot. We had them rising for an extra long time.
Yeah.
We
did the full 90 minutes, a little more.
Yeah, a little bit more, I think, even.
We checked them at an hour and they weren't risen enough. So then we had to run really down the street quick. So it was about another half hour, 45 minutes. So maybe a little more than an hour and a half we let them rise.
So hopefully they'll come out nice and fluffy, like a sweet fried dough.
That'd be nice.
Yes, yes.
You grab those two for me, put them on the plate?
Sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh,
Stuck to the paper towel.
no, I just
You grabbed it?
by mistake.
Oh, we lost an ear?
You lost an ear, so
Oh no, Mickey's on the
take
paper.
note.
Half a
If you
second.
grab them, don't grab them by the ear.
Mickey's lost an ear, but that's okay, but he tastes the same.
Oh, man, those were hot ones.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right, we got another one.
Last two.
Last two. We'll show you the finished product when we're
We'll try them.
all done.
I definitely recommend using a sifter or some other process, but this works.
Yeah, we
They don't have a sifter.
no, we moved recently, and I'm not sure we ever had a sifter, but
There we go.
we don't have one now.
We don't have one now. We'll put them in this bowl over here.
Yes, take that plate over here.
Plate with the finished product.
The plate with the finished product. I think if you get the grabbers and fill this plate up, we'll be all set. All right. That's it. That's the finished product.
There we go.
We haven't tried them yet.
Nope.
You want to try one?
We will. Let's try them.
We have all these over here as well.
I made about 16 big ones, so make sure you have a large enough family to eat these.
Yeah. Do you want to try an ear?
Yeah, let's try it here. Let's see how they go.
Let's try an ear.
All right, so this is a beignet.
Is it still really hot?
No,
Okay.
it's a little warm. It's good.
Does it taste like fried dough? What does
Little-
it taste like?
A little different than fried dough. The powdered sugar is sweet, obviously, but it's very similar to fried dough. A little lighter. It's airier than fried dough, but it's good. Very good.
All
All right,
right.
there you go. Disney beignets.
Disney beignets.
Very cool.
Yay, yay.
The recipe's down below, and again, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share us on social media, tell other folks about it, and we'll have another video for you in a week or so with the recipe. We'll do another video in between, but we'll have another recipe for you in a week or so. We'll go down that way.
So would you recommend making these?
Oh, sure. They're pretty. I mean, it's a little bit of work, but if you have a family of 4, a bunch of kids, they would love this as a nice treat.
Yeah, something to do.
Yep.
They could certainly put the powdered sugar on.
Yep. That was good. They would enjoy
All
it.
right, folks. That's a wrap.
Take care. See you soon.